Hi, I'm Michelle Leivan, and I am the social media artist. And I was just trying to, here, just before I get started, let's see. Nope, there's no place to flip this. Okay. All right. Well, you're stuck with this being backwards on my phone. I'm going to try to figure out how to do that better the next time. But I want to thank you for watching the replay. Hello, there's somebody who's popping up. And anyway, my name is Michelle Leivan, and I am a social media selfie artist. All of my pieces are self-portraits, and what I basically do is I take selfies of them with my cell phone, the very cell phone I'm recording this on, and then I composite them into one image using several different images of myself. And today I'm going to talk about this piece, which also can be found on the front of the museum. And I'm live at the Mulvane. They are not typically open on Mondays, so I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to come in here and be able to go live while there's no chance for me to be disturbed. So this one here is titled, Can We Escape the Sapphire City? And the Sapphire City, in this case, rather than the Emerald City, is Facebook. And if you'll look carefully if you come in and see the show, there is a little Facebook icon up there in my Sapphire City. And then, of course, that's a reference to the Wizard of Oz. And of course, being a born and bred Kansan, I have to be able to do this stuff, be able to make fun of the Wizard of Oz. Everybody always asks me from out of state about Dorothy. Well, in this case, this is Dorothy's friends, as it would be your friends online. And so we've got the characters of the, goodness sakes. Okay, a little nervous. Okay, so you've got the straw man, the scarecrow, the cowardly lion, and of course the tin man, who is in this case a man with a badge. And with every one of my pieces, there is also a mini saga, which I'll let you in on now. And you can read these here when you come in as well. She knew it was morbid curiosity, watching the news feed of mindless, cowardly, and heartless posts. It was the dazzling sapphire city of Facebook gleaming on the screen. So tempting to rail against the destruction and flame back, it would be futile. Human capacity for jackassery is unlimited, now and forever. Now, you're going to see an awful lot of some axioms of life in this show. And there are actually 3 axioms of life. And these are interesting because they really kind of go with our social media interactions, just like this piece reflects what you might find on social media. So 3 axioms of life are: every generalization is inherently wrong. How many people do you see make way big generalizations? Well, they have to be wrong. And then the human capacity for jackassery is unlimited. And you will find that quite a bit in my writing. And also the, what was the other one? Goodness sakes. It just slipped right out of my mind. I will get to it here in just a second. Oh, you never can know what you can get away with until you go to court. So, that's interesting. Okay, you see an awful lot of people getting pretty upset. Anyway, with this, 3 characters. We have the mindless scarecrow, the cowardly lion, and of course, the heartless Tin Man. And this is basically the three characters that you're going to find while you're interacting on social media. And these are the three characters that actually keep people from speaking their mind and sharing their lives to some degree. There's some people that are very brave and will just put it all out there for everybody to see. But we also can become these characters. You know, there's people out there that certainly post before they think. And those are the scarecrows. And then there's also the cowardly lions. They are not the ones that they might post, they might post a picture of kittens, you know, the safe stuff. And then you also have the Tin Man, and this is the guy who always keeps people it always is his job to make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, thinking like he thinks, or she, and it's gender neutral or either way. And, you know, with all this scary stuff that could be happening out there, you know, it's like, why do we even participate in social media? And I think it's important because as human beings, we love interaction. So we also love distraction. We like to go out and see things that are a distraction from our everyday lives. Oh, the humdrum, be able to go out there and find somebody who likes similar things that you do, similar hobbies, find somebody who's doing something that you find of interest. It's also entertaining. And I think sometimes the Tin Man finds it entertaining to correct people, whereas the Scarecrow finds it scarecrows aren't always scarecrows. They sometimes say stuff back because they think it's entertaining to see how you react to their stuff. And then the cowardly lions, they're definitely the ones that go for the safe space on Facebook. And I think that this has redefined how we think of being social beings. When we're out and about in the real world, we will not say some of the things that we will say online. And it's amazing how we, as human beings, we find that space between the monitor and the real world and that other person looking at what we're putting out, and how that somehow that filter that we have when we're face to face, gone. It's just amazing. So I think that in a normal face-to-face situation, I'm wondering how that is affect our social interactions, how online affect our social interactions while we're out and about. Can we escape the Sapphire City by actually having live interactions? And, you know, the other reason why we go out there is to get news and tips and events and that kind of thing, which the internet I think was created for, so that we could disperse information. This information age has turned more into a social age. So I would invite you to come out to see the show and take a look. And, you know, I want to hear your comments on what you think about social media. What is it that you get out of social media? Because we're all here because you have to be here because I'm doing this live on Facebook. So what is it that draws you to Facebook? Now, I'm going to let you in on the hours here. The Mulvane is located at 17th and Jewel at Washburn University, and their hours are Tuesday 10 to 7, and Wednesday through Friday 10 to 5, and Saturday 1 to 4. The admission is free, so it won't cost you a thing to come in and take a look. And if you do come in, please come in and get a selfie and tag me so I could see it, because I would just absolutely love that. Hi, Diana. I see that you're on and got a little smiley face. See, we're getting social now. Then, let's see, tag me. It's Michelle Leivan, and you can find me just by typing in your little search bar if you don't already know who I am. It's Michelle Leivan, artist, and Leivan is spelled Leivan. And I will be back next Monday to do another live video on another piece of the show. And if you could put in the comments between now and then of, if you're familiar with my work, which piece you would like me to talk about, I'll talk about that next time. So I'm going to sign off now, and I will see you next week.